So here we are trying to search desperately for where the hell lights are supposed to be for this short little race here in Ibarra, in the soon to be added to the beta recently hot cars. And that was a glorious start. I know, so what you expect from a front wheel drive car from the 70s. But I can't really blame the car too much because, yeah, this is unusual. I can't blame the car for the fact that those Beetles are ridiculously fast, even if I managed to overtake one at that corner. That's more of an AI thing than a car thing, to be honest. Yes, these are the latest cars to be added to Automobilista. You're mainly seeing the Beetles because in the hot car class anyway, Beetles are the fastest. I think they're overall the fastest of the three cars that are to be added overall. There's the Gull that we're driving, and then there's the Passat, which is at the back of the field somewhere. Around all these Beetles anyway, which are known as Fuscas in Brazil, or something reasonably sounding like that. I don't know, I don't know Portuguese. I don't know how I'm supposed to be pronouncing these things. Reality is, these names may be just Brazilian only names that these cars have, so you may recognize these cars as something under other names, but I don't know, we've Passats in Europe, so unless this is a very Mark 1 Passat that's in this field, I don't know. I don't know much about Volkswagen history. Yeah, so essentially these are simple historic touring cars that raced in Brazil. The DLC will add 4 series. There'll be a Beetle series. There'll be a modern version of these, because despite what you think about historic racing, historic race cars are very, very different to what they were when they originally raced. So there'll be sort of modernized versions of these cars. There's the hot cars that are running now, which are the true historic versions of these cars as they would originally ran it back in the day. And I think then there's a class for the Fiat Uno that's in as well, because there's 4 cars. I forgot about the Uno because it hasn't been added yet. It doesn't have a hot car version yet, but I think it's added in there somewhere. I don't know. Frankly, these are all mostly cars I've never heard of, apart from the Beetle, but I didn't even know it had an alternative name, so I'm not exactly clued up. It's kind of confusing. You know, unless you've somehow heard of these cars in the series before, it's kind of confusing, you know, having them all thrown at you. It's like, well, what's the difference between this car and this class and this thing here? It's like, I don't know. TLDR, historic touring cars, go nuts. And quite Brazilian, as you'd expect. Stupidly bright colours, simple cars that are kind of crap, but that's their charm. Cheap as anything. What do you expect? As for how they drive, they sort of drive as you would kind of expect them to. Maybe not as bad as you'd expect them to drive, but you know, these are far from high downforce GT cars you're dealing with here. They are what they are. The Beetle is the only rear wheel drive car, and the rest are front wheel drive, so you got that to deal with, such as the whole amount of understeer that we're dealing with in this car, and the general unsteadiness of it. Quite unstable, especially under braking, and that's why I will never get the last hairpin here at this track, because stability under braking does not exist in this car. It just wants to swivel, that's a new word, all around under braking. You get what I mean. Squiggly, that's the word I'm struggling for. Admittedly, I probably could be driving this thing a whole lot better, but where's the fun in that? You know, the whole point of historic racing cars in Sims is to abuse them. and to be beaten by them, to fight them, because these cars put up a fight. Yes, it's not the fastest way to do things, of course not. It's not the best way to do things. If you do it in real life, you're going to rack up a bill pretty quickly, and either parts, tires, or all the stuff you're going to break. But that's the fun of it. And we don't have to worry about any of that stuff in Sims, so we can abuse the crap out of them. So as you can see from general looking around us, Beetles are way faster than everything else. The only reason I'm not further back is because the AI, to be honest, is kind of set too low to be properly balanced. So I'm sort of abusing stuff by taking the slowest car up to 8th place. That being said, the Passat and the Gull in the hot cars seem to be reasonably balanced. I think the Passat is a bit faster, a little bit faster. But it's not the gap that the Beetles have over everything. That's not the only newish thing we're looking at here. We are of course driving on Ibarra, which is the latest track to be added to Automobilista for free actually. It wasn't part of any DLC pack. I don't believe it was just like, here you go, sort of things. Which is a cool little track. Again, one of those tracks that you probably never heard of, no idea what it is, but here you go. And it's a nice little club circuit they've added. I say club circuit. I know that in reality you're going to have national series running on this and all sorts of stuff, but in the broader sense of the world it would be considered a club-ish circuit. With the neat feature that it's next to a lake and mountain, so it's kind of scenic. And that it can be run in both directions. You know, most circuits advertise that they're safe enough to be run in both directions. Not most circuits, but some circuits do it. Ibarra has the case of being equally unsafe in both directions. As you can tell, there's not much safety here, so running it backwards is no more unsafe than running it the normal way around. Because if there's no barriers, you can't hit them the wrong way, can you? Aha, they thought about this. I have to get up to the back of this train here with them fighting amongst themselves. Yeah, I think it's quite a cool little track, especially for some of the smaller cars, like the club and the national level cars in Automobilista, which this game has a decent amount of them. And it's because of the South American tracks that they have, you actually have tracks to be able to run them on. Like these cars on like a grade 1 track, like what's the point? But these cars on a little track, which Automobilista has several, oh hell yeah, give us this. And nearly blew a gearbox there, probably would have actually, if that setting had been turned on. So I think it's a fun little circuit. Kind of twisty, some interesting corners. I think the first fast sector is it's pretty sketchy, especially in the national level cars. It would actually be ruined by actual downforce cars, modern downforce cars. Like, I think the fastest thing realistically that you can have fun with through the first sector here is the radical, which is kind of fun. Even though it's flash, it's sort of, you gotta hold your line flat, not an easy flash. Maybe it is if you actually have skill and a setup, but if you don't, yeah, it's fun. And these things is sort of hold on to your butts. We're going in. That analogy makes sense, I swear. You know it if you do it. This is not helping. Was he having a look up the inside? Also, just a note as we're actually racing here with the AI. AI seems to come on a little bit, which is nice. There was the last updates to the beta version, at least anyway. There's been a lot of tweaking and messing around with the AI. At least it seems to be working. Some changes did not go down well. That guy nearly loses it. And then some, they're quickly resolved and things got fixed and such. So I think in the end, for the next major release, it's going to once again be another improvement. That's nice. Still not completely perfect, but what can you do? Always have to go in it wide. So what? Hold it, hold. This car does not like that turn. Which is not surprising. As mentioned, this car not exactly the most stable thing under braking, so a curved high-speed braking zone, yeah, it's not going to go down well with it, is it? The understeer just hurts in the middle sector as well. All the pain. Will not turn. Damn front-wheel drive heating. That being said, for a front-wheel drive car, this is actually quite fun. It's got the front-wheel drive tropes. It's not like one of those front-wheel drive cars that feels like a rear-wheel drive car, and that's why it's fun. It's an actual front-wheel drive car, but I think it's still kind of fun. Some people find the sadness, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just easy to please. Beetles are quite fun as well, as you'd expect from a rear-wheel drive rear-engined car like that. They're the sort of thing that you can have fun with. Now he's going around the outside. Not sure where you're going there, my friend. The blue and orange car is going to go for it again. He tried this a few laps ago. Can't get it done. So can we take advantage of that shenanigans? Yes, we can. Get a proper run through there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. That's some grass. No one died. Everyone's happy. Try to keep it a bit too far inside there. There is a limit to how far inside you can go with a given corner. It's usually donated by the white line. We're paying attention to those things. Oh, that's way too early in the shift. See, if this was an actual historic race car, that gearbox would have ended up in the lake with that sort of shifting. Joy being in a sim, you can actually abuse these things and not worry about that. Yeah, of course, there's going to be the super serious simulators who will be complaining that this car has not blown up at least 5 times this video, but each to their own. That's what they like. I just like having fun little races, which is turning out to be. There is one advantage of having such an unbalanced class, is that you don't have to worry about fiddling about the AI too much. Because if you set them too low, it doesn't matter. Just drive the slowest car and you can end up fighting with the fastest cars. Even if the AI are set too low. He's not going for the move this time. Not sure if he's going to make a stupid move at the end, but who knows. 1 minute remaining. Lap around here is more than 1 minute, so this should be the last lap, possibly. I think that's how the flag rules work. Can we make any crazy last lap moves? Can we keep it on the grass, or will we just spin out, try and do something stupid? My money's on the latter. We do not need first gear for this corner. Stick, stick, stick. Oh, we got him. He was gone out wide. He's pushed. Thankfully not physically. We're good people after all, even if these are touring cars. You know, good people can drive touring cars as well. They're not all bastards. Oh, abuse those tires. All the squealing. That's probably not fast. Actually, I know for a fact it isn't fast, but at least it looks like you're trying. And that's all that matters, isn't it? Stick, stick, stick. No, no, too far out, too far out. Ah, screw you all to hell. Somehow that doesn't count as a track limits violation. Well then. We're going full touring car. Full lock. Get around, you bastard. Now we gotta run to the line. Oh, that wasn't the last lap. Well then. The battle lives on. No, that's kind of anticlimactic now. Because that would have been quite fun, final lap. But we've gone wide again. Too busy saying how things have settled down, and well, we've run out wide again to defeat our point. Wow, we got these guys. No grass. Not too far back to make a move there. Come on, podium. Okay, I did the fuel calculation correct. Ah, we're too far back. I think we're just going to have to settle for fourth here. Because we're slower than these guys in the last corners. Unless we do something stupid. I think that counts as something stupid. Get wrecked! Where are they? We're going 3 wide. And somehow we get second from fourth in a mad last corner dive. I'm not going to condone that. That's a stupid way to make passes. And if you make passes like that on me, I'll call you out for being an idiot, and I expect to be called out for being an idiot for that sort of passing, but screw it. It's touring cars. You're supposed to do stupid passes. That's like the whole point, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, that was the hot cars than Ibarra. These cars are a lot more fun than you'd expect.